Coming up, AAA has released their travel predictions for this coming season. Find out what to expect with Thanksgiving fast approaching.
Plus, there's a new sales tax for products bought online, and it may change how much you choose to purchase off the internet.
And the money put in many of the downtown Athens meters is going toward a cost you may not expect. Stay tuned to learn more.
From the University of Georgia, a student production from the Grady College of Journalism. This is GradyNewSource.
Good evening, I'm Vanessa Flores.
And I'm Court Van Wagner. Barrow County law enforcement is still searching for an escaped inmate. Ross Eugene Hilmo took off after work Monday in the Bethlehem area wearing his orange jumpsuit. He was serving time for distributing narcotics. Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith said he may be in different clothes now. He is described as a white male in his 20s, about 5'10" and roughly 180 pounds. He has brown hair and a slight beard. If you have any information, please call 911 or the Barrow County Sheriff's Office.
It's been 2 weeks since a tree branch fell on 2-year-old Trip Halstead outside of his Barrow County daycare. Just yesterday, he suffered a collapsed lung and had to have his breathing tube replaced. As he continues to fight, the community is working hard to show support to Trip and his family. Reporter Brittany Denny is live in the newsroom with more.
That's right, Vanessa. It's as easy as buying a meal at Zaxby's. 10% of all sales will go directly to Trip's family. But it isn't just the Winder community that is stepping up to lend a hand. The boy's story is touching lives in Winder and beyond. Michelle Morgan drove all the way from Athens. She says mothers can relate.
I have a baby on the way, and I just kind of put myself in the shoes of the mother and the father, and you know, it really hit home.
And others empathize with the family.
It's a hard thing when it's a child.
They're coming from different places and different backgrounds, but they are all here for the same reason.
We really wanted to come and show our support.
And it's not just Zaxby's.
Dairy Queen has done one, I believe it was last Thursday, they did theirs. And then McDonald's, they're doing one on Thursday.
As Tripp continues to fight, his community is uniting behind him.
So we hope he gets better.
The McDonald's in Winder will be hosting their fundraiser for Tripp this Thursday. Live in the newsroom, I'm Brittany Denny.
Thanks, Brittany.
The Georgia sales tax is now affecting online business due to change in the state's tax code. Both online shoppers and retailers might not know what this means for them. Reporter Iris Garrett is live in the studio to explain how this change could affect you. Iris, how could this influence online shopping?
Well, Court, as Black Friday approaches, many people won't be shopping at traditional businesses for their holiday purchases, but instead going with internet retailers. But the new online sales tax may cause a price increase at the checkout.
UGA Business Management Senior Adeline Bargeron is part of a large group of consumers who prefers to shop online rather than go to an actual store. The search for the best prices sometimes leads shoppers like her to various websites.
Actually, I shop on eBay. I love shopping on Forever 21's website, Amazon.
Consumers like Adeline choose to shop on sites like Forever21.com. They pay tax on their items, whereas if they go to Amazon.com, they don't. Websites for retailers that also have actual stores in the state of Georgia have always collected sales tax from customers. Before October 1st, shoppers on sites like Amazon have avoided paying the 8% state sales tax.
Before this law was passed, companies were only required to remit sales taxes to the state of Georgia if they had a physical presence in the state. And now the definition of physical presence has been expanded.
The main goal of this tax is to collect revenue that wasn't previously collected before. When shoppers go to sites like Amazon.com, they aren't charged any tax. The state wants to stop this.
Going to be millions of dollars that could help the state of Georgia.
This early in the game, it is difficult to predict how shoppers will react to the tax addition to their online shopping carts. Adeline says she will continue her weekly spending habits and look for the internet's best deals.
I am going to continue shopping online, for sure.
WXIA-TV says that Georgia shoppers will pay an 8% sales tax on online purchases with this law in place. Georgia is now the 10th state to change its tax code to include online purchases. Live in the studio, I'm Iris Garrett.
Thanks, Iris.
Speaking of the holidays, AAA announced its yearly travel report today. The club predicts more than 40 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home, up 0.7% from last year. Since gas prices are predicted to decrease, AAA president believes more people will visit their family members this holiday season.
People are still paying attention to what they're spending. When it comes to making choices, carving turkey with family and friends still trumps pinching pennies.
Even with overall travel increasing for this year, AAA predicts that air travel will decline.
The university's OASIS program is officially getting replaced by Connect UGA. The new system should be up and running by 2015. The Connect UGA will be where students can find admissions information, financial aid and student accounts, course registration, advising, and grade reporting. The OASIS system has been in place for 30 years, and some people feel it's time for an update. The Red and Black reports the system update is expected to cost $15 million and about $1 million per year for annual maintenance.
And the money spent by universities is not going unnoticed. The Georgia Board of Regents met today in Atlanta to address the soaring debt universities have, primarily from building additional facilities on campus. The system's 35 colleges and universities have piled up around $3.6 billion in debt over the past several years. The board decided on 3 new policies which aim to save students money. They also amend a 4th regarding plans requiring students to live on campus.
And the red parking meters in downtown Athens may not be attached to anything, but they do serve a big purpose. Reporter Danielle Barker is live in the newsroom to tell us more.
Those red parking meters are used to collect money to help the homeless, but its original goal is not being met. When driving or walking downtown, it's easy for many to miss these red parking meters.
I never really noticed that until today.
While many may not notice, those who do receive service through these parking meters surely appreciate it.
It's pretty good. They just don't give enough sometimes, but it's all right.
Not enough, but it's something. Adrian Bumpers, the Secretary for Northeast Georgia Homeless and Poverty Coalition, says that the parking meters do a great job in collecting donations for the homeless.
4 meters downtown, that would be a solution of where if individuals had loose change, they could put it into the meter and that money would be collected in a greater way than just providing change to them.
Originally, the parking meters were made to serve more.
In 2003, business owners in downtown Athens and other members of the community saw panhandling as an issue downtown.
These red parking meters in downtown Athens were made to stop panhandling, but unfortunately, that hasn't completely stopped yet.
The goal was to deter panhandling. I don't think that goal was reached.
Although panhandlers are still around, the Northeast Georgia Homeless and Poverty Coalition is doing best with what they already have. Adrian says they will continue to collect money to assist those who need help.
Transportation is a huge barrier, and so providing some transportation is definitely of assistance to them.
Stuff like that, because it does help because we ain't got no way to get them.
The Homeless and Poverty Coalition are continuing to look for additional efficient ways to further provide for the homeless. Live in the newsroom, Danielle Barker, GradyNewSource.
Thanks, Danielle. This Friday, the coalition will be hosting Project Homeless to provide meals and clothes for those in need.
Coming up, find out what Athens is already doing to get ready for the holiday season.
You may be questioning what was going on today in Tate. We have the scoop for you after the break.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
The forest is a magical place for your whole family, with animals and fun all around. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Movement. Along with weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
All week, LGBT have had events for trans awareness. Reporter Julie Calhoun is in the newsroom with more on the story.
Thanks, Court, but today was one of the biggest events since it's the Day of Remembrance. At Tate Plaza, one of the most memorable displays was 38 tape outlines to memorialize transgender deaths in the past year. While there are many supporters, every time the group meets, there's a non-supporter shouting out about sins. An LGBT member wants people to take away one message from today.
To remember that people are people, and regardless of whether you completely understand them or they look the way you're used to people looking or they're doing the things that you think they ought to be doing, just remember that people are people and to respect everyone's choices and just let people be who they are and just try to open your heart, open your mind and listen to people.
Transgender Month is observed not only here in Athens, but globally every November. Live from the newsroom, I'm Julie Calhoun.
Thanks, Julie.
A wave of culture hit UGA's campus last weekend. A student-run organization recently held a pageant for international students. Reporter Wesley Clark has more on the story. Hey, Wesley.
Hey, Vanessa. The Caribbean Student Association held the Miss International pageant this past weekend. The women who participated in the pageant shared their cultural traditions and customs. This year's Miss International pageant had a total of 6 countries being represented, including Cuba and Haiti. Contestants competed in dance, cultural clothing, and a talent portion. This was a great opportunity for contestants to better understand their own country while learning about the others as well. Guyanan Representative Tulina Sumar says that this pageant is not your typical beauty pageant.
About Miss International that I think people need to realize is a cultural pageant. It's not a beauty pageant. We're trying to learn more about your culture and we want you to display your culture, and that's one thing that sets our pageant apart, is that there's not.
After some fierce competition, Miss Philippines Gabriela Galon took home the title. Live in the studio, I'm Wesley Clark.
Thanks, Wesley. If you're interested in joining Caribset, visit the International Student Life Office located in Memorial Hall, room 210F. The American Academy of Pediatrics has released a policy statement saying cheerleading should be declared a sport. The change comes after the 400% increase in cheer-related hospitalization over the past 3 years. By making cheerleading a sport, it is subject to safety rules and better supervision, as tumbling and stunting difficulty increase, so the risk of catastrophic injuries. Athens orthopedic surgeon Dr. Michael Schuler treats injuries like this every day.
Have spinal fractures, which can obviously, like we talked about, be pretty devastating with regards to paralysis, those type things. So again, the higher they go, the more fancy the stunts, the more risk and more danger there is when you come down.
The American Academy of Pediatrics urges all severe injuries to be reported to the National Cheer Safety Foundation at nationalcheersafety.com.
Thanksgiving might be a week away, but Athens is already gearing up for the holiday season. Workers were hanging up Christmas lights on Washington Street today. This is the 18th year that Athens-Clarke County has hung holiday decorations. Around the city, workers from the ACT Landscape Management Service say the ornaments will be up for about a month.
Good evening from Athens. I'm Alexia Fawcett, and coming up, I'm going to tell you about this week's weather and what you need to prepare for this week's game.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it.
The only triple doubles you get come with fries.
Last time you blocked someone, you were online.
I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool.
Not cool.
Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people. And you're better than that.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
We saw another crisp fall day today here in Athens, and right now the weather is 59 degrees with winds at 6 miles per hour. The high is 62. And tonight, it's going to be partly cloudy with a low of 37. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour with 0% chance of precipitation. The overnight lows in surrounding areas, it's going to be 37 in Atlanta, 39 in Winder, Monroe, and Madison, and also Gainesville, 37 in Commerce and Athens, 36 in Elberton, and 38 in Washington. Tomorrow, you might see a little bit of a drizzle. The high is 55 with winds at 13 miles per hour, so it could be a little chilly. 30% chance of precipitation, so maybe bring an umbrella with you to work or school. The highs tomorrow, it's going to be 53 in Atlanta and Madison, 54 in Monroe, Washington, Commerce, and Elberton, with 55 in Gainesville, Winder, and here in Athens. A detailed look at tomorrow's forecast. Around 9 a.m., it's going to be 43 degrees. It's going to get up to 50 around noon and keep gaining at 3 o'clock. You might see some showers around 6 with the temperature at 51 degrees. Around 9, it's going to chill down to 48 degrees. And if you are planning on going to the game this weekend, it's going to be cloudy, 58 degrees. The kickoff's at 12:30. It's at Sanford Stadium. We play Georgia Southern. Here's a look at your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, it's going to be 53 degrees with a low of 41. Thursday, it's going to be 51 degrees with a low of 39. Friday and Sunday, it's going to be a high of it's going to be highs of 59, a low on Friday of 41, and Saturday it should be 58 degrees. It could rain again with a low of 39, and the low on Sunday is 38 degrees. Hope it doesn't rain for the game, Court.
I know. Are you going?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I wish I was.
The Georgia Bulldogs may have made it back to Atlanta, but find out next why the Georgia Southern Eagles may pose a threat this weekend.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
It's the second straight year Georgia's made it to the SEC championship, but before they get to Atlanta, the Bulldogs must focus on this weekend's matchup against Georgia Southern.
We're just now focusing on Georgia Southern, obviously, and we better, because it's going to be a tremendous challenge to deal with the type of offense that they run.
Coach Rick isn't the only one worried about Southern's triple option offense. Quarterback Aaron Murray says even though they're an FCS school, the Eagles aren't a team that should be taken lightly.
I mean, they're athletic, very athletic. I mean, they're a great team. They play with a lot of confidence. I mean, they've won numerous championships. They're having an extremely a great season right now, and really, you know, offenses don't really have too many chances to score against them.
The 5th-ranked Bulldogs take on 8-2 Georgia Southern here in Athens this weekend at 1:30 on Saturday. The road to the Dome for another Georgia football team begins on Friday as the Georgia High School football playoffs get underway. The North Oconee High School Titans are coming off a regular season finish with a 9-1 record. Regular season success is familiar to the Titans. North Oconee has made it to the playoffs the past 3 seasons, but have not been able to get past the second round. Coach Terry Tooley talks about getting over that playoff hump.
As you prepare and all, you've got a goal, and every kid's dream, I think, of high school football is to play at the Dome, the Georgia Dome, is sort of the prize, and certainly win a state championship. And normally it's into the second round, but never gotten past the second round. But this year, again, that was our goal to start with, is let's get past that second round. Let's get into the rarefied air. Let's get to the third. And
North Oconee plays the 6-4 Ringgold Tigers at North Oconee High School this Friday at 7:30. Clark Central High School is also hoping to make a deep playoff run, taking on East Paulding in their first-round matchup. The Georgia men's basketball team is looking to bounce back after a surprising loss last night. Sophomore Contavious Caldwell-Pope scored a career-high 27 points, but the Georgia Bulldogs suffered their first loss of the season, falling 68-56 to Youngstown State. Youngstown State opened the game on an 8-0 run. Georgia struggled on offense, committing 15 turnovers, with 11 of those coming in the first half. Caldwell-Pope was the only Bulldog to score in double figures. He added 5 3-pointers, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. The Bulldogs now have a record season of 1-1. Georgia's next game is against Southern Miss this Thursday at home at 8 p.m. So Vanessa, are you going to make it to the game this weekend?
I'm probably not. Probably just going home. You know, the holidays are coming up.
Early for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see my boyfriend.
Do you have any Black Friday shopping planned?
Yeah, I definitely want to get some new pairs of shoes.
Oh, you get up early. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching the game this weekend.
Goodbye.
I'm Erin McGonigal. Robert Pattinson says he's getting his life back. Ladies, we'll tell you where the movie star won't be. GradyNewSource will be right back.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him opening his own clothing store at the age of 18? 1 in 138,000. Excited to be a part of pop culture, he packed for the big city. The odds of finding someone to invest in his vision? 1 in 4.5 million. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Movement. Along with weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Packers.
Vikings.
Red state, blue state.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
But when we live united, we create real lasting change in the education, income, and health of our country.
United.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Microsoft and video game developer Bungie are reaping the benefits from Halo 4's release, which brought in over $200 million in its first day of sales alone. The game is available exclusively on Microsoft's Xbox 360 game consoles. And also hitting store shelves, the much-anticipated release of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Both games cost about $60. And if your man won't stop gaming, you'll probably be heading to the theaters with your girlfriends to see the final installment of the Twilight Saga. The second half of Breaking Dawn Conclusion opens in theaters on Friday. The cast held their black carpet premiere last night in Los Angeles.
I feel like I've gone to shoot another Twilight movie about 3 months later, or it was in the middle of shooting one. I don't know, it hasn't really been my life. I haven't really experienced life for the last 5 years without Twilight-related stuff. So.
Part 1 of the finale brought in nearly $140 million in ticket sales in its first weekend alone. Elf on the Shelf, Hello Kitty, and Papa Smurf will make their debut at this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Balloon handlers were in New Jersey this weekend, practicing with the balloons ahead of the Thanksgiving morning parade. Fan favorites like Kermit the Frog and Buzz Lightyear will also be making the 2-mile hike through Midtown Manhattan. And in case you needed any more indication the holidays are almost here, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is on the move. This morning, the 80-foot-tall Norway spruce was loaded onto a truck in New Jersey. Organizers say it will take 5 miles of Christmas lights to illuminate the tree. And the tree is again coming to life this year with its own Facebook and Twitter accounts.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
Have a great rest of your night.
UGA NewsSource is a student production of the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication, which is solely responsible for its content. The views expressed do not represent those of the University of Georgia administration nor the Board of Regents of the university system.